Okay, You Can Heal family, here we go. We are on day 17, and yes, I did just look down to make sure I would say the right day. The days all seem to be running together for me. Before I start the actual video and what we're going to talk about, I just want to shout out to all the ladies who joined on that live I did earlier this afternoon. That meant a lot to me, to be trying to share what was on my heart, sharing with Shena, and then seeing the comments come in. It's all very new to me, so my hat goes off to those of you who do it regularly and got the whole system down. That's very impressive to me. It really is. It really is. So with that being said, we're going to be talking today about our self-care, self-love, encouragement idea for the day. And today we're going to be talking about making a good choice. So this falls under kind of all the categories about encouraging yourself and being able to care for yourself. But I'm going to teach you a couple of things, 3 things you can do, things you might already be doing, and that's what makes this so great, because it's not going to be that difficult for you to figure out this this self-care idea. All right, so I'm sorry about the background. It sounds like the kids are starting to wake up from their nap. I do not know how to edit that out, that sound out, so let me go quickly maybe. So talking about making a good choice. Now, a lot of times when you're on your heel, I'm Shena Major. If this is the first time that you're watching the challenge, my name is Shena, and I help people heal and move away from unhealthy, toxic relationships and learn to love themselves, okay? So we want nothing but healthy relationships in our life. That is where it's at, you guys. Healthy relationships in our life, okay? And whatever, by any means necessary to get there. So today, and this idea, number 17, is talking about making a good choice. Now, when you're in a situation that's been so bad for so long, you're used to not making choices that are serving you because you're trapped in this cycle. You're trapped in that merry-go-round cycle, right? The cycle of everything is great, and then you're waiting for the storm to hit. It hits, and then everything falls apart, and then the person that you're with starts being nice to you again, and you fall for it, and you think you have the best relationship in the world, and the cycle just goes on and on. So that's a really simple way to put what you're going through in a perspective. So how do we get out of this cycle? We can start by making good choices, and it's hard for us, or it has been hard for you if you're out of it, or even if you're in it, or you've had some time healing. You might have experienced that making a good choice for yourself was difficult because your focus was always on the other person and wanting to make sure that they were okay, right? Oh, we're not doing that anymore. So this is what you can do. You can start by having good habits that have nothing to really do with you, but it's going to teach you how to help you. So let me explain with the first one. The example is, all right, if you are outside somewhere in your neighborhood, or shopping, or doing something outside of your home, and okay, I'm getting all tongue-tied. Let's say you're at the store, and normally you walk in a store, and if someone is right behind you, you hold the door for them, okay? If no one's behind you, you just walk on in. So let's say that you're gonna decide before you even start your day. Remember, we talked about, I think in day 2, was setting intentions. You're gonna decide with all 3 of these things that this is what you're going to do that day. So let's say you're planning on going out that day, and you're going to intentionally hold the door for someone. So what I mean is, if you are going into a store and someone's like kind of far away but close enough, but you just go in anyway because they're far enough away that it doesn't look like you're slamming the door in their face, what you're going to do is you're going to wait. You're going to patiently wait for them to get closer, and you're going to open the door for them. The door's not even open for you yet. You're waiting for them to get closer, and you're going to serve them. and you're going to open the door for them. Now what this is going to do is it's going to teach you gratitude. You know, it's going to, first of all, it's going to allow the other person to experience gratitude. And it's also going to teach you how to wait on yourself, like how to serve yourself, because you just demonstrated that you're able to do it by waiting patiently for the person to get closer, right? And you're opening the door for them. So you are capable of serving others. So you have to learn to take that same service you did for someone else and turn it on yourself. Okay, because you just demonstrated, you woke up and you decided, okay, I'm gonna intentionally hold the door for someone who's far away. You're not even gonna open the door. Remember, you're waiting by the door for them to approach, and you, hello, how are you? Okay, you know, and they're gonna walk in and they're gonna be so thankful that you served them. And it's gonna teach you that if you can do it for someone else, you can do it for you, that you can make a good choice for you, that you can purposely do something that's going to benefit you, that's going to show you that you are important, that you do matter. Just as you held the door for someone else because you saw that they mattered. It mattered to them that they wanted to get in the store, and you made it easier for them, right? You served them by opening the door. So you're going to do this exercise because then it's going to teach you that you're capable of serving. You just demonstrated it, right? And then you're going to be able to start doing that for yourself and making choices that serve you better. All right? I repeated myself a lot, but sometimes we have to hear things over and over before it makes sense. Now, the second thing you can do intentionally is, you know, when you are out in the world again and you see something on the ground or on the floor in your office building, or if you're, I don't know, in the mall or anywhere, okay, and you see something on the ground that shouldn't be there. Now, you know, trash, but I'm not talking about disgusting stuff here, okay, like paper or something that it's not going to gross you out to pick it up, okay, and to dispose of it. And I know for me, I live in a townhouse complex, so sometimes there's things, you know, along the sidewalk that is like stuck in someone's bush in front of their door or whatever, and how many times have you walked by something and you see it there but you don't do anything about it, right? I know I have. If I'm the only one, I'm the only one, but if you have had that experience, let me know. But the point is, when you see something and you see trash, you pick it up, right? And then you deal with it, because what you're doing is you're giving back to the world, to the universe, to your environment, and you're making it beautiful. You're saying, okay, I care enough about what's on the ground that I'm going to pick it up because it will make this space look better, right? It'll make this space look better. So then what you're doing when you do this is you're realizing, now listen, you're realizing that you're not trash, that you're not disgusting, that you're not dumb, that you're not unworthy, that you're not stupid. You know, maybe fill in the word that you've been called in a relationship, right? And you tend to start to believe those things over and over. So by doing this act of picking up the trash and making an environment or a space beautiful, you're saying to yourself, I'm beautiful. If you can pick it up for someone else, if you can pick it up to make someone else's environment look good, then you can do the same thing for you. You can pick yourself up. You can put yourself together. You know, I'm not saying that you have to put on a whole bunch of makeup or anything like that, but you can beautify the space around you. You know, your bedroom. One of my biggest pet peeves is sleeping with stuff on top of my bed. And when it happens, I just feel like I have nightmares or something, right? Because I don't have the freedom. I can feel the stuff there. So what I'm saying is picking up the trash in an environment that doesn't belong to you shows you that you're capable of doing it because you just removed it. So you can do that same thing for yourself and make your own spaces beautiful. Sign for beautiful. You can make your own self beautiful, your own space beautiful, your own surroundings beautiful. You can pick up your own bathroom, the clothes that have been on the floor in your bathroom or in your bedroom or in your hallway, right? You can take the time to pick those things up. You know, that thing that you tried to toss it in your wastebasket and missed and you left it there, No, you can pick that up and make your space beautiful, right? So that's the second thing. I hope you guys are getting what I'm saying here, because you have to practice doing these things, because it's hard when you've been put down so long in these relationships that are toxic. So you have to do things on the outside of you first to practice, to show yourself, I can serve, I can make a space beautiful, and then you start to do that for yourself. And then the third thing is intentionally, before you leave the house, purposing that you're going to find someone out there in this world that you're going to say something nice about them. It's an outfit, it's their shoes, it's their hair, it's their handbag, it's their, I don't know, whatever else you can find, right? Maybe it's their car, I don't know. Find something. Purposely look for something and someone you can compliment. Because if you can do it for them, what am I going to say? Then you can turn around and do that same thing for you. And this is what we have to get used to, because when we're in the relationship and it's hurtful and painful and toxic, we've been beat down so many years and for so long with things said about us that we start to believe are true. We really do. And it's not true. It's just not true at all. I remember I was in the relationship, it was with the person before I got the cancer, and I could not think for myself. I could not. I mean, I was so brainwashed into believing that I had to ask permission. And I think I shared this before. Like, I had to ask, is it okay to do this or say that? I really did, you guys. I really did. So these little exercises, these are exact things I had to do. I had to teach myself these things and implement them. So the last one, remember, we're talking about finding someone to compliment and say something nice about. And when you do that, it shows you can do it. You can open your mouth and compliment and say something kind to another person. So why not do it for yourself? Why not say the same thing for you? You look nice today, Shena. I like the way you handled that situation, Shena. Whatever it is, I like the shirt you have on, whatever it is, it just shows you that you are able to be kind and to say something nice to someone else, and you need to begin to start talking to yourself in the same way. And this is a game changer because it takes practice. And sometimes some of us could be filled with a lot of self-hate or have absolutely zero self-love. So it's very difficult to find something nice about you. It is. So start with someone else outside of you first, and then you begin to turn inward and heal that little girl in you, that beautiful self in you. And just realize, you're amazing. You're all the things that you told someone else that day about them. You're those things too. So that's what I wanted to share about making good choices. So you're making good choices to show gratitude, opening the door for another person. So you're showing gratitude. You're showing good in the world, goodwill to all men. You're also picking up your surroundings, the trash, and showing yourself that you are beautiful. And the third one is you're saying something kind to someone else and saying something positive to someone else, because you're learning how to bring that type of joy and positivity into your own life and to feel good about yourself. It's okay to say nice things about yourself, and it takes practice. So we're starting on things outside of us and making good choices out in the world, so we can learn to make good choices for ourselves and good decisions and build our own selves up, because you cannot wait for someone else always to encourage you and to say something kind to you. You have to learn on this healing journey how to build yourself up and work with your own self. Have conversations with your own self. Chat with your own self. Remember, the Christ lives inside of you. He's there. He's comforting you. He'll guide you, and he'll show you the way back to you. He'll show you the way back to you, and that's how we heal. Figuring out who you are, and who you are is who Christ is. And I talked on that live today about the I am statements of Christ in the Gospel of John. So go watch that if you have time, and how we're going to relate all that to our healing journey. That's going to be our next endeavor after this challenge is diving into the I am statements, and I'll relate them to how it can help us heal from our toxic past and relationships, okay? But remember, you are not toxic. You are created just perfectly. You're okay. Things happen to you that were not okay, but you are, okay? And you can get through all this trauma. You really can. Now remember, I'm not a counselor or a doctor. I'm a life coach, and I share based on my life and my experience, but I know you can heal. I really do. I really do. So I'm trusting that this comes across well and it makes sense, and you can relate to it in some way. So your journey can continue and we can keep growing together, all right? So that's it for now. Always remember that true healing begins with self-love, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. We'll be on what, day 18, but right now this is day 17. All right, yeah, and stay in the moment. Stay in the now, guys. Stay in the moment. Be ever present, because why? God is an ever-present help in times of trouble. We'll talk soon.